Hey YouTube, welcome back to my channel. I am back with another video, and today's video is about riding the metro. First things first, I am not a DC native, I am not a tour guide, I am not a metro driver, rider, all that stuff. Like, I'm not an expert. That's where I was going to. I was leading to that. This is really a video with my own personal experiences and some tips and tricks that I have learned along the way riding the metro in the DMV area. I went to college in the DMV area and then moved here, and I also work here. So I think I have a few things under my belt that I can tell you about, but I don't know everything. So I will definitely link below some more informative videos for you. It's spring and maybe even summertime, and you and your family have decided DC is the place to go. That's great. That's really great. But here are a few things you should probably know before traveling. First thing, figure out what you're going to be doing in the area. This is with any trip. It doesn't have to be riding the metro. Just figure out, are you going to go to the museums? Are you going to go to a park? Are you going to go see the monuments? That's really number one. And of course, that's kind of a no-brainer, but a lot of times people just kind of get up and go and they don't really know what they're doing. So really make sure, what exactly do you want to get out of this DC trip? Next thing, bam! Here are my Metro cards. Now, have you ever thought to yourself, I would love a Metro card with Harriet Tubman on it, judging me for my destinations? Well, you're in luck, because I have it. Yes, this is in fact Harriet Tubman on this Metro card. I got this one when I thought I lost this one, and this was around the same time that the African American Museum had just opened. So in certain stations, when you purchased a card, which you have to now, you would get one of these, and it had Harriet Tubman or Frederick Douglass. They also had, I think, Obama. I highly suggest the night before or the day before you decide to explore DC, you have someone actually go down to the metro and get all of the cards that are needed. Here's why. First of all, you have to have one of these. Just put even amount on your card, because sitting there trying to figure out the exact change is worthless, in my opinion. Again, these are just my opinion. I'm not an expert, but I just feel like it's pointless to sit there and try to rack your brain trying to guess how much money is it going to take you to get from LaFlante Plaza to Arlington Cemetery or whatever the case may be. So you've gotten your cards. You also need to get a Metro map. A paper one would be helpful. You can also download it on your phone. You need to have a map nonetheless so that you know exactly where you're going, which line you're supposed to get on, where you're supposed to transfer. You can also download some apps. There are plenty of them that you can go off of that will tell you when the next train is coming, that will tell you where you need to get off, what you need to do, all that stuff. Find those. Okay, this is very important. I need you to pay attention to this, okay? Escalators. You stand to the right and you walk up the left. You stand to the right and you walk up the left, okay? So on the right, you can do whatever you want to, as long as you're standing. On the left, people have somewhere to go. They need to get from point A to point Z in a hot millisecond, and you're in the way. Also, standing at the top of the escalator. Okay, once you get off, it seems like a whole aha moment, or, oh, wow, you know, a deer in headlights. You're just amazed at the city. Granted, I'm from the country. I know that exact feeling. So when you get off the escalator, walk to the side and then stand, you know, in an area that's not crowded. Do not stand directly in front of the escalator, not realizing that there are other people on it trying to get off. If you have a backpack, don't walk on the metro with it on your back, especially if it's crowded. When you have it on your back in a crowded metro, you're likely to hit people in the head or other places. Take your backpack off before getting on and hold it in front of you so that you can guide your backpack out of people's heads and faces. Do not travel between rush hour, especially if you're a family and you're traveling on vacation. Rush hour is the worst time to travel. During rush hour, you need to know where you're going. Also, they charge more during those times because there are more people. So to avoid those, travel on the, off hours so that you can actually get a seat on the metro and that you're not getting charged extra. Maybe you cannot avoid rush hour. Do not get on a crowded metro and complain that the metro is crowded. We all know that, okay? We are on the same train as you. Somebody has their armpit in my face. I don't need you to reiterate that it's crowded. Oh my God, why is everybody on here? In order for you to get on the train, I have to get off. I cannot get off if you're blocking the door. So I know we get really anxious and nervous when the doors open. You're basically playing double dutch. You're like, hey, and I'm gonna call her Mary Sue is like, doors are closing. Okay, she's the same one that's asking you if that's your bag. No, it's not. Listen, in order for you to get on, I have to be able to get off, and I cannot get off if you're blocking me from getting on. So just step to the side and let people get on. The faster you let those people get off, the faster you can get on. It's really that simple. If the train is really crowded and maybe you've missed 2 or 3 trains because it's no luck, it's just crowded and you don't feel like getting on there, walk all the way down to the front of the train or all the way at the end of the train. There's no guarantee that the front is not going to be crowded, but it's least likely to be crowded because everyone is just bum rushing the middle instead of walking down. So if you have time, walk down to the front of the train and see if you can get some seats there. When all else fails, take an Uber or a Lyft. If you have a family that complains a lot, they don't like a lot of walking, and you've had them walking all day in the heat, I would suggest not doing the metro again. I think the metro is fun for a one-time experience for people that, want to get the, full experience of DC, but traveling back, if they're already tired of complaining, just pay for an Uber. If you live in the DMV area and you have some tips or suggestions for a tourist or anybody traveling here in the area for their vacation, comment below and let us know. Again, I will link below some more informational videos. That's pretty much it. Hope you guys liked this video. Please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, I'm sorry. If you did, great. And I will see you guys next time. Peace.